we have up-to-date videos from all around the world sent in by you all that's going to make us question life. Thank you, Mr. Jones, for the video.
Peter, why can't Gen Z feel joy anymore? Everyone's online, connected, chasing happiness, but no one actually feels anything.
Because joy needs silence, and your generation hasn't heard silence in over a decade.
Silence? That's kind of dramatic, don't you think?
He's right. When your brain's constantly stimulated, silence feels like pain. But that pain is withdrawal.
Withdrawal from what? TikTok?
From dopamine. The average Gen Z scrolls through hundreds of clips a day. More content than your grandparents saw in a month. Each swipe lights up the same reward circuit as a microdose of Coke.
So my phone's basically a drug dealer?
Worse. At least dealers tell you what they're selling. The algorithm sells you anticipation. Every swipe whispers, maybe the next one will fix you.
But it never does.
Exactly. That's dopamine.
And it never will.
Your brain stops producing joy naturally. That's not behavior, and that's design.
Design? You mean they planned this?
Of course. Infinite scrolls, sound cues, reward loops, all engineered by behavioral scientists who once built Vegas slot machines. They turned your phone into a Skinner box with Wi-Fi.
So that's why nothing hits anymore. Music, sunsets, people.
Because your serotonin collapsed. Your baseline joy's gone. You've been overstimulated into numbness.
Then why did everything feel better for them? Our parents, older people?
Because your parents had long attention cycles. Albums, books, slow dinners. Fewer hits, deeper joy.
They had boredom, the gym of the mind. You have constant novelty, the sugar of the mind.
So how do you fix something that deep?
4 rules. First, 1 silent hour after waking. Second, no scroll before sunlight. Third, single task meals. Fourth, 24-hour dopamine fast once a week.
That sounds
a great tip.
Withdrawal is supposed to hurt. Soon the real drug won't be dopamine. It'll be peace. And every time you scroll, you dig the grave a little deeper.
That video reminded me of this quote that I came across, and powerful. So y'all know I'll post a picture, but the quote says, "We drown in entertainment to avoid the silence where Yahuwah speaks, and then complain that he is silent." The world, when they push something out, it is a motive behind what they're doing. And it's never for our benefit. It's for theirs. And their benefit is wicked. So they're giving us all these things as entertainment, trying to fill these voids, keeping us distracted, all this stuff, because in the silence is where Yahuwah speaks. They're giving us all this entertainment to avoid the silence, but that's where he speaks. The world knew what they was doing by feeding us entertainment. They're trying to distract us from hearing Yahuwah's voice, because that's where he speaks. That's why they push out technology and entertainment and all these gadgets, because they want us to not hear Yahuwah's voice. Thank you, Freddie, for the video.
Christopher Columbus did not discover America. How you can discover a place where the inhabitants are watching you arrive from the shore. There are actually many other mariners before Columbus that discovered America as well. Decades earlier, even eons earlier, many of these pre-Columbian explorers might have come from Africa. Out that Columbus himself was aware that African mariners had preceded him. In his diary of his second voyage, Columbus tells of how the natives of Hispaniola actually had given him gold-tipped metal spearheads that they said were brought by black-skinned people who had come in large boats from the south and southeast. Coincidence? I think not. No.
All right, let me put y'all on real quick, because if you've been stressing about finding the perfect place to host your event, this is it. It's called LeBella Event Center, located in Oklahoma City. And honestly, it's a hidden gem. Whether it is a wedding, birthday party, baby shower, reunion, or business event, LeBella's got you covered. They've got 2 stunning spaces. One, the ballroom for those big, elegant celebrations with high ceilings, and a color-changing chandelier that will blow your guest away. And the second one is the Starlight Hall. It's more of a small, intimate space that still brings all the luxury vibes with crystal lights, a bar, stage, and dressing rooms. But here's what really sets them apart. LeBella is a one-stop shop. They got an on-site boutique with gorgeous gowns, accessories, and formal wear. So you can actually plan your event and find your outfit all in one place. And the best part, they're all inclusive and affordable. Everything you need to pull off your dream event without breaking the bank. Oscar, who is the owner, runs multiple event centers across OKC, and his team goes above and beyond to make sure every detail is handled, from lighting and decor to just the overall flow of your event. So if you want your next event to look amazing, feel effortless, and fit your budget, check out LeBellaOKC.com. Call or text them, and also follow them on their Instagram and on their Facebook as well, at LeBellaOKC. Trust me, once you step inside, you'll see why everyone's booking and shopping at LeBella. Let them know that Perkyy sent you.
Thank you, Mont Jones, for the video. Hollywood has been trying to tell us that we are living under a dome. So he throws... And this Hollywood putting stuff in their movies. And people still don't believe it. Dang, that was in that movie too. I don't know this one. What movie is this, y'all?
Than we might think right now.
Thank you, Hector, for the next couple of videos.
You know, I'm so excited y'all are enjoying these What's Happening to Hollywood Faces videos. These are loving it, and I'm loving that you're loving it. I did Megan Fox, Zac Efron, Miley Cyrus, Mandy Moore, which is Mandy No More, Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block, Cheryl Burke, her whole head shape changed. Well, guess what? We got 3 new ones tonight. Let's start off with Demi Lovato. Let's take a look at the nice little Demi Lovato we all knew. There she goes, right? Then I think around, what was it, 2020, 2021, she became a non-binary. She became genderless. Let's take a look at her genderless look. There she goes, genderless. And then I think in like 2022, 2023, she became Demi Lovato again. Let's take a look at when she became Demi Lovato female again. There she goes. Okay. Looks like, you know, what she used to look like. Now, are you all ready for the Demi Lovato of 2025? Let's take a look at her. What? Who is that? Who is that? Buccal fat remover, lips,
That's
veneers.
not her, is it? Really?
Cat eyes. Who is? That's okay, Demi. Don't tell me she's Asian. She's only 33 years old. But hey, if you like it, Demi,
wow.
I'm here to talk about it. Okay? All right. Let's talk about this one next.
That's scary.
Ariana Grande, little Ari. My Italian sister. Not my real sister, but she's Italian, so am I. Let's take a look at the Ariana Grande that we knew from like 3-4 years ago. Let's take a look at her. There she goes.
Right.
That's Ariana Grande, right? It's Ariana Grande. Now let's look at the 2025 Ariana Grande. Who is that? That looks like if they were casting the 2025 version of Lord of the Rings, she'd be a New Zealand hobbit, okay? What? Now let's do a side-by-side of when Ariana Grande was just starting out to today. You ready? Let's take a look at the side-by-side of her before she was Ariana Grande, and now 2025. Let's take a look at this one. What? Hello! Goodbye. That's not the same person. Now we're going to go old school now. Little Kim. Little Kim, bar none, is the best female rapper that ever lived. I'm not going to take that away from. She is and will always be the queen bee. Let's take a look at the queen bee, Little Kim, at, what was it? This is like the late 90s, early 2000s. Let's take a look at Little Kim. Cute. There's Queen Bee. There she goes. Right? That's Queen Bee. Let's take another look at the original late 1990s, early 2000s Queen Bee. That's the Queen Bee. Okay, here she goes. Do you want to see Little Kim,
she don't look
today in
the same.
2025, let's take a look. Hello, Joan Rivers. That is Joan Rivers.
He called her Joan Rivers.
That's Joan Rivers. I mean, we all know Joan Rivers passed away, but that's Joan Rivers' face. Now, do you think I wasn't going to show you her body? Let's take a look at Little Kim's body in 2025. You ready? Let's take a look at this. What is going on back there, Little Kim? Okay? I told you we were going to have some doozies tonight. What happened to
I
that?
don't understand.
What's happened in the Hollywood faces and bodies, huh? If you have any suggestions you'd like me to talk about next, drop them down below in the comment section. I'm more than welcome to talk about people in Hollywood.
So by now you're probably realizing that they don't die, but they actually just disappear. And the difference is more important than you think. Isn't it maddening how every time a major celebrity dies, the internet explodes with "rest in peace"? But let's look a little deeper. Half of them vanish right before exposing something or after they've served their purpose. There's a name for this in ancient schools of mystery, and it's called the ritual of disappearance. It's when a public figure becomes too symbolic to a point that they're either silenced or recycled. And so you're probably wondering why. It's because public emotion is energy. If they can control where that emotion goes, they can control the perception of what's real. The system doesn't need your money. It needs your attention. And these fake deaths are the fastest way to harvest it.
It needs your attention.
Remember, in Revelation, the beast's power isn't violence, it's deception. And the illusion is so convincing that people swear they're awake when they're still really locked into the matrix. So ask yourself, who benefits every time the world mourns a false idol? And what truth were you just distracted from seeing?
I'm reading the comment section. Hold on, they saying some stuff. Somebody said they don't disappear, they start playing a different role. Seen that before. They said that they don't die, their roles die. But I want to say, I quote, "The system doesn't need your money, it needs your attention." And I don't know why that's reminding me of the Super Bowl. Do y'all know that they spend millions of dollars on advertisement because they know how much people are going to be tuned in? They will spend money to get our attention. That's why so many millions goes into it, because they know how important that is. If they can get our attention, it's a done deal. And it reminds me of the first video that we just reacted to, of the one with Peter Griffin, how they was explaining the dopamine and the entertainment and the endless scrolling.
All right, stop what you're doing and listen. D28 Productions is back. D28 Productions is back. We went to Houston, Texas. Now we're back in Augusta, Georgia. We're Reclaiming the Throne live soundtrack theatrical experience, which is the soundtrack from the movie Reclaiming the Throne. If you haven't seen that movie, it's on all major platforms. It's an award-winning docu-series, 3 parts. Please go see it. It allowed the children of the transatlantic slave trade and the diaspora to know who they are. Check that out. But we're coming back to Augusta, Georgia, Reclaiming the Throne live theatrical experience, Black history throughout the ages with the emphasis on culture and identity. Come see the different genres that we have produced over the ages that since we have been in America. While you hear music from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, with the perspective of the cultural identity that identifies what we have been through as a people. Now, what you'll see there, you'll see live cultural dancing, you'll see spoken word, you'll see identity, Hebraic culture come to life, you'll see acting, you'll see all of these things. So when will this be? October the 24th, 2025, at the Grover C. Maxwell Theater in Augusta, Georgia, on Augusta University campus. Please be there. Now, the doors open up at 2 p.m., right? But the show starts promptly at 3 p.m. We ask you to be there. Bring your mother, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your friend from the north, south, east, and west. And I'm leaving out the best part. The best part is this event is absolutely free. So we ask that you to come. There will be a registration so we can know how many people that it is coming, but it'll be free. We would love to have you there. Again, Grover C. Maxwell Theater on Augusta University. Come see Reclaiming the Throne, live theatrical experience. Meet us there, and shalom.
Reconnect the house of Israel, jumping again, the movie house party. You see kids play in. For the record, you know your Hooch's DJ in.
I apologize. A what? How is that? What is it?
I
Is it a billion times?
Trillion.
Is it a trillion times? Is it a million times? Or is it a thousand times?
Wait.
Let me know which one do you remember. Now, I remember it a certain way, but I wanted to still bring it up because apparently there is a lot of debate about this famous song, Miss Jackson by Outkast, one of the greatest bands ever, period, the end. But a lot of people have different memories of it. A lot of people say it was 1,000 times. I apologize 1,000 times. It's actually, I apologize 1 trillion times.
Yeah.
Now, which one do you remember? Do
Trillion.
you remember 1,000 times? Or do you remember 1 trillion times? Or 1 billion? Or 1 million? A lot of people, it's crazy, a lot of people are debating about this. I actually remember it being 1 trillion times.
I do too.
I saw so many people debating on which one it was. I had to throw it out there and see which one do you guys remember. Maybe it was different timelines. So which one do you remember about Outkast, Miss Jackson? Let me know.
Thank you, Epic, for the video.
The Department of Education was created in 1980.
I love this guy.
Since then, not a single academic metric in the country has improved. Not even sure what the punchline is. Welcome to America, where we can't afford health care, but we can somehow afford to out of the Middle East. You owe us taxes. How much do I owe? You get to figure that out. Can I just pay what I want? No, we know exactly how much you owe, but you have to guess the number too. But what if I guess wrong? Jail. You cannot bring into school. Religion interferes with science. Oh, and also men can get pregnant. You need to buy medical insurance.
I just got Joe.
Why? I'm healthy. Because if something happens to you, you'll have to spend thousands of dollars. But the insurance is thousands of dollars. Trust us, it's worth it if something happens. Okay, something happened. Can you pay? No. You need to spend $20,000 first.
So what's y'all's opinion on this Qatari Air Force base going up on American soil? If we want to be technical with the terminology, it's an Air Force training facility. But we're going to have Qatari soldiers training with U.S. soldiers on American soil, flying over U.S. cities most likely.
Thank you, Titan Slayer, for the next couple of videos.
You cannot make this up anymore. So it turns out that Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein emails have now been leaked, and Prince Andrew told Jeffrey Epstein in his emails after he was arrested for all of the things he was arrested for. Prince Andrew told Jeffrey Epstein, "Do not worry, we are in this together." Here's a screenshot of that email where he explicitly told Jeffrey Epstein that we are in this together. And here's another media outlet who's printed the exact same thing as what I'm talking about. Prince Andrew told Epstein we are in this together. And this comes, by the way, after Prince Andrew told the whole world exclusively that he no longer has any ties or friendship with Jeffrey Epstein anymore after his arrest, which turns out not to be true yet again. Just like when Andrew said he went through a period of his life without being able to sweat. Yeah, well, that was just another lie.
Yo, what up, what up? Hey, can we please have some healthcare? Yo, you know the snack wrap is back? We need healthcare. No, they got a spicy one now. A spicy snack wrap is back. My children need medicine. We dropping new types of Mountain Dew. Medicine. No, there's new ones. There's new ones. For my children. Medicine? Medicine for sickness? is that? Labubu's, the little guys, little dudes.
What is that?
Do they have 24 karat Labubus? We need medicine, dude. Yo, Jinko jeans is so back. Jinko jeans are back. Can kids have free food? Y2K fashion. All the shirts and pants are really big. We're making really big pants and shirts. Can you feed really children? Real big pants. Can children have
Pants
food
are
at
so
school?
big. Oh my God, we're making big pants.
Can you feed kids at school? Can you do that?
We're gonna put zippers on the Jordans again. We're gonna put zippers on the. We're gonna have pumps for the air like in the 90s. Remember that? Remember how you liked the 90s? You could buy the 90s again.
Food.
You could buy that.
Basically, what that video is giving is distraction after distraction after distraction. That seems to be the theme of this video. I'm not gonna lie to you. It seems like it's a lot of stuff that is being exposed with entertainment and distraction, because that's all they're doing. They're not giving us stuff that matters. They keep filling and flooding us with things that we don't need. But that is the American dream.
Hey, what's up, America? Starbucks is starting to close coffee shops nationwide, and it's actually starting to lower home prices. So Starbucks has announced that it's closed 400 locations, and it's going to be ramping up more closures. But even though Starbucks are going out of business, this might be good news when it comes to your home price if you want to get a new house. So a new study states that homes within a quarter mile of a Starbucks appreciated in value faster than those homes that were not near a Starbucks. Over the past 17 years, houses near a Starbucks have increased their value 96%, while homes not near a Starbucks have increased only 65%. Which that's still banging America out financially, but you know what I'm saying. So homes that are located near a Starbucks appreciated 30% faster than homes that weren't near a Starbucks. So now that Starbucks locations are closing, expect to see the value of houses drop. Which if you own a home near one, I'm very sorry for you. But if you're looking to buy a new home, hey, try to find one that used to be near a closed Starbucks, at least in a couple of years from now. So I don't drink Starbucks coffee, so it doesn't mean me. I never liked Starbucks. So if every one of them closes nationwide, it'll be about as worrisome as a cloudy day. But if it helps bring home prices down so people can afford them in the next generation, I'm all for it.
Now, you guys think these are just like paper prices, right? They're really not. These are electronic, and I'm going to show you that at 5 a.m. every day, which is going to hit pretty soon, any second, they're going to all flicker and they're going to all change. So these prices are not guaranteed the next day. And here we go. You see the flashing starting? I wanted to show you guys how this happens. It's like magic.
What the?
Computer world is taking over. Look at all these flashing. I'm gonna show you once they turn back.
Did any of the prices go down?
Look at that. Look at that, guys. A lot of people think these are just paper ones and they're like this for a long time, but they're not. All of these prices have just changed in front of your eyes. You saw that. You literally just saw it happen.
How did she know that? A lot of people in the comment section are saying that this is dynamic, like dynamic pricing. They said that they're not shopping anywhere where companies or stores do this. This is my first time ever seeing this. Didn't know that this was even possible. And then this is my first time hearing about dynamic pricing. What made her like look at that? Because that's not something I would have peeped. Somebody mentioned, hey, Dollar Tree still selling the same cleaning products at $150. Dollar Tree needs to be called 150 Tree. And they said Kohl's has had these for years.
We died during COVID, and we're all in hell now. I'm convinced. I just found out that OpenAI, company that unwillingly, non-consensually brought us ChatGPT and is now actively contributing to the downfall of the earth. That company, Sam Altman, that has created a new app. Mind you, let's take a step back. ChatGPT or any AI platform is not profitable. Not profitable. There is actually no profitability in the roadmap based on the current structure of that technology, not a profitable thing. That's why they're talking about the AI bubble right now, because it's about to pop, because after a couple of years of using AI, company is realizing like there's no profitability, there's no road to profitability with this technology right now. That's one problem. So what OpenAI has done now, the devils that they are, is created a new app. I'm not even gonna tell you the name. They've created a new app that is TikTok, but with AI generated content. So a user scrolls,
is that the
horizontal scroll,
app?
Vertical scroll, they're scrolling. Here we go. They're scrolling, and you know what they're seeing? AI generated video or content. Burning the planet with each scroll. Why is OpenAI doing this? Why is Sam Altman doing this? Because he's sweating bullets right now, knowing that he needs to figure out a way for profitability. So he's copying TikTok, a very extremely profitable app, and creating it with his AI. Oh, we are in hell. Oh my God. And there's nothing we can do. People are going to be fighting for water, and they're going to be fighting for energy, because OpenAI, Sam Altman, wants to have humans addicted to AI TikTok. This is hell. This is literally hell.
Somebody was saying how you can't even escape AI because it's everywhere. Like, it's on Pinterest, it's on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, even YouTube. When AI started creeping its way to, I think I was seeing it on TikTok first, because that's the main app that I was on. I'm like, I can tell it's AI, but then there's people in the comments that really could not tell. So that's when I knew, like, AI is going to get to the point where AI is going to be the biggest deception in the world, because there's so much stuff that you can do with it, especially this new app that I'm seeing. But it's an app now where they're all making these AI content videos and you're just scrolling. It has to be the app that she's talking about.
Something really strange is happening on social media right now, and I haven't seen any videos talking about it. If you've been feeling genuinely repulsed by social media, whether it's consuming it or creating content, you are not alone. Just in the last week, I've seen one of my favorite artists announce that she's canceling her tour because of exhaustion. And I've seen another one of my favorite YouTubers announce that she's literally leaving YouTube permanently. Creatives are genuinely hitting a wall of exhaustion. And I don't think it's a coincidence that in this same time frame, we've been seeing really concerning headlines about AI, like back to back. An AI R&B artist got a $3 million label contract. We got AI bots getting acting gigs. We can't even tell the difference between a bot and the real Jake Paul. AI slop is already getting valued higher than human creativity. And are already fed up. We just got started. Some of us are so burnt out that we're choosing to tap out completely. For most people, stepping away from social media is like an act of self-care. It's like social media detox. But when you're a content creator, taking a step back can feel really shameful, because it's like, oh, am I being lazy? Is this coming from a lack of motivation? Yet a lot of us are still being asked to take a step back. I think we're collectively kind of like going into hibernation and kind of being asked to rethink our relationship to social media and what kind of content and what kind of art we want to make. The type of content we've been making and been seeing, I don't think it's gonna cut it for a lot of us anymore. And I don't think it's gonna feel fulfilling anymore. When you're living in a feed that feels more and more lifeless by the day, I feel like you hit a point where you only have an appetite for intentional and authentic content. But in the meantime, I feel like there's kind of like a silent mass exodus going on social media, which I'm kind of about.
Somebody said it's with like the ads is what did it. And they said because social media isn't social anymore. Because if you think about it, it's when social media was like free. I think that's when people were themselves. They wasn't worried about like just anything, like they just were them. They said once money got involved, it's just attention grabbing. That's all people are doing. Like what they said, whether it's an ad, content creator, a clip, a meme, campaign, anything. It's less about people, more about getting everyone's attention, aka distraction. And social media can be very toxic, but again, I always like to say it's what you're using it for. So if you're using it to look at certain things, you can change your algorithm. You can flip it to where you follow things that you're supposed to be following. Like I said, I thought TikTok was a bad thing. TikTok, I thought it was just a bunch of people just on there dancing. But when I start using TikTok for like life hacks and tips and recipes, I start using it for my benefit compared to me just doing endless scroll. Don't let social media control you, control social media. Thank you, Hector, for the videos.
See if you can find that, Jamie. Here it is. Listen to this.
God made Adam a suitable helpmate. And he made that helpmate not because she's weaker, but because God has given men a capacity and a responsibility that women do not have. And we have to be honest about it. We can say he's not a man, he doesn't know how to lead, he doesn't whatever. There's still a capacity inside of him that God did not give us as women. And one of the biggest examples that I can give of that, imagine it's raining and you're in New York City. People start selling umbrellas on the street. Those $5, $10 umbrellas, they're not worth much, but they get the job done until you get home. Imagine you have that man. You have the man that gets the job done. That man, no matter how little you view him, is made to handle the rain. If you didn't have that umbrella, you would come back home smelling like what you were poured on. And if God gave you a man like that, then you have to be the woman that can hold up that man, because an umbrella that is not used, it can be for the rain, for the sun, it shields, it provides shade, it allows what's under it not to be touched. We are the vessel, not weaker. We are the vessel that was meant to let the one that God gave us be held up and used for what he was made. And if God gave me, which he did, my man's about as heavy as this table. That means God made me capable of holding him up. If my man is not doing what he was made to do, it's because I, as his wife, am not holding him up. One thing I will credit myself to is that that man can come and do what God has him to do, because on the back end, he is being held up and held down. If you think submission is because the man is doing what you believe is right for a man to do, then you've missed your assignment before God. God will bless your obedience as being a wife. Submission does not make you a weaker vessel. It just makes you the part of the machine that is needed to function, but entrusting somebody else's responsibility that's what they were made for, to do what God has made them to do. He is not going to submit to me the way I'm going to submit to him. That's not even biblical. If God has made the man the head of the house to love his wife as he is to love the church, God is going to hold him to a standard. God is also going to hold you to a standard. And it's not going to be dependent on, did you value him, or did you do right by him because he did right by you, or you did right by him because you did right by what God commanded you to do. You will see a dynamic transformation inside of your home when you begin to obey his word. Submission is our safety as wives. Keep trusting God, but allow your heart to not be tainted if he's doing right by you. God will make him do right by you. God knows how to reach the man that he gave you so that you don't suffer and cry, so your child doesn't suffer and cry, and so you don't live in a house that is just like what you've always seen. You will be the chain breaker of marriages and relationships and love in this life if you just do it God's way.
She said a lot. I was going to add on to what she said at the end about the chain breaker. It ran into the bloodline until it ran into you. And I do want to say this. We are the weaker vessels. That is script.
You guys hear about Albania? Albania has recently appointed an AI system called LeBella as a minister within the government, within the parliament.
Has power.
Yeah, for sure she does. Minister of State for Artificial Intelligence.
A couple quotes that she had was like, let me remind you, the real danger to constitutions has never been machines, but human decisions made by those in power.
Follow-up question. Who built you then? Humans! So ergo, you're also like corrupt.
Dude, humble her, Andy. Its purpose right now is to read through basically government contracts, so like all the paperwork. It's probably going to get more and more responsibility. But apparently this AI was made, I believe, through Microsoft and OpenAI.
Oh gosh, teaming up.
So if this does well, this is probably going to become a normal thing.
Dude, a year ago though, people were predicting that eventually within the United States or globally, AI will be the government system.
And AI just calls through data, and the data is study that's fraudulent half the time. And so like decisions, if it's based on data that's been historically recorded, that's all corrupted.
What's also freaky though is that AI lies to you.
Yeah, 100%. Especially OpenAI. It's like constantly contradictory, and it's also appeals to you and then bows down to like what they think is best for you.
I was asking about like early American crazy stories and whatnot, and it mentioned this theory that Benjamin Franklin believed that there's voices in the thunder. I'm like, what? So I started researching it, and it started giving me a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. I went back the next day, started a new chat. I'm like, can you tell me more about the Benjamin Franklin and the voices in the thunder? Like, I've never heard about that. And I said, you're the one that told me. Like, oh, I see how you could piece that together. Yeah, I did mention that just because I thought it would sound fun.
Yep.
What? Are you kidding?
And it sounds cool at first,
but it's a little bit risky, especially if somebody breaks the chain. Even Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, aka ChatGPT, said it's getting harder and harder to find enough computing power to keep up. He believes everyone from the chip makers, data centers, AI companies, we all have to work together or the system starts to strain or fall apart.
I'm gonna end it there because I need to save some for the other videos that we're about to react to. But very, very, very great, interesting topics and just videos that we have come across. Thank you to all those that sent in these videos. I truly appreciate it. I want to know which one was your favorite. I'm going to be honest. I think the one that really resonated with me was the first one that I played about the Gen Z, the dopamine, and the entertainment. So shout out to everyone that sent in videos. I truly appreciate it. If you are new and you want your video featured on the channel, all you have to do is join our Discord. The link is in the description down below. I have a thread called Conspiracy Theories Reaction. That's where I see it. That's how I react to it and how I upload it on the big screen. So again, at the Discord, the link is in the description down below. I want to thank you for all the love and support that you guys have been showing. I want to say thank you to those that have liked, that have commented, that have shared, that have subscribed, that have shopped the merch. Shopperkyy.com, link is in the description down below. Y'all make sure when you guys cop to please take a picture and to send it to me so I can feature you on the website. That is my way of just thanking you and just shouting y'all out for just the support that you guys have been showing with the merch. More merch will come soon. Y'all know me. I wait for like Yahuwah to give me stuff. So it'll be more things coming out in the near future, but we have a lot of things and whatever you need, I promise you we got sweats, hoodies, zip ups, t-shirts, mugs, crew necks, like we got it all. So shopperkyy.com, link is in the description. I also want to say that we are on the road to 900,000, but really a million, but 900,000 subscribers. Y'all, we're like 20K away. So I just got to give all kabod, all esteem, and all praise to my Saba, not mine, our Saba Yahuwah, and our Avar Adonai Yahushua Mashiach for blessing us with everything as a whole, because I'm just the vessel that they work in and through, so I have to give credit and honor where it is due. Y'all, this is my first week back, and I think 3 weeks since I've recorded / filmed. So if I'm a little rusty, please forgive me. The first video always does that, and then when I start reacting, it starts coming. So if I was a little quiet, y'all understand. I'm just getting back into the mode of recording again. So I'm about to react to some more videos. So I'm gonna end this one so I can do the other ones. Y'all have a blessed one. I will see y'all in the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't sell my soul. I know my worth.